In this video, I will show you the functions of the MouthMint app. MouthMint works by determining your family's average daily consumption of macro and micronutrients based on the foods that you purchase compared to your chosen diet. Your health changes slowly over time. A single healthy meal or unhealthy meal does not change your health markers. A repeated pattern of eating over a long period of time drives your health and health markers. MouthMint changes the control volume, quote-unquote, by redefining tracking at the time of purchase rather than at the time of consumption. This provides the vast majority of the benefits of dietary tracking with much less effort. The first and most crucial function is an Add Food Receipt button. This button lets you log new receipts. When you click the button, you'll be asked the time and date and what store you got the receipt from. After this, try to take a picture of just the items. Zoom in as close as you can. There will often be mistakes reading the receipt. Our goal for future iterations is to continue to reduce these mistakes and make it easier to import your purchases. For example, your cashier today is not food items, so you press the garbage can. Same with that. And here we have a problem. This wine is spelled wrong, so we press the edit button, and then, if it already knows what it might be, then you can just go back and then click the suggestion that is correct. You can also just retype the whole thing. Sometimes you'll run into an item that it doesn't recognize. You press the plus button. This will bring up your camera. When it does this, you'll want to take a picture of the barcode. After that, it'll know exactly what it is. But before you do this, make sure that it is spelled correctly. Rinse and repeat. Once that's done, you can click Update Receipt Item. This will bring you to the My Diet Progress tab, but we will talk about this later. The next button we'll talk about is the Grocery Suggestions. Here, it'll tell you all of the good things that you should buy more of and the bad things that you should buy less of. You can click on these items to see what's bad about them, like this milk chocolate. You can see here in the red text that the milk chocolate hurt my nutrition goal because of the high inflammation and sugar content. And these checkboxes here show what in here is sufficient for your diet. Then there's these bar graphs which shows what the calories are made of. So you can see here that 78% of the calories are from sugar, and it has not nearly enough fat or protein. Down at the bottom are the foods that you should buy more of, like these peanuts. The dry roasted peanuts with sea salt helped my nutrition goal because of the high fat content. Here, we can see that it almost perfectly matches my nutrition goal. The next button I'll go over is the Should I Buy This button. This will tell you whether you should or should not buy something. So here's some crispy oats cereal, basically Cheerios. Scan the barcode, and it'll tell you whether you should buy it. It says no. Honey Nut Crispy Oats hurt your nutrition goal because of the high inflammation and sugar content. And here you can see that it has way too many carbs, and a lot of sugar, and not enough fat or protein. The next button is Customized Learning. This is where you can learn all about your diet. These items are organized in a way of what you seem to need more help in. You could also find a specific topic, like if I wanted a long movie about, let's say, sugar, then I can do that. The next button is down here and is labeled My Diet Progress. This page is a bunch of charts and graphs to show how you have done over time. For example, here it shows that my inflammation levels have gone way down. And this chart shows you the most inflammatory foods you've bought over the past month. This one shows where you've gotten all of your calories from fat, protein, carbs, and sugar. This graph shows how much fiber and protein I've had, and it says I should eat 10 more grams of fiber per day. This is a button that lets you review your purchases. And coincidentally, is also the next button that we'll talk about. It's called Review Purchases. Review Purchases shows the foods that you've purchased in the past, organized by receipt date. So you press a button and choose a date, like let's say 6/24, and it'll pull up a record of what you bought on that date, and it's in order of the worst to the best. We can also click on the items here, like the raisins, and it says that the raisins hurt my nutrition goal because of the high inflammation and sugar content. This is all the same information that will be shown when we click on any food item. We can also see here that it has way too much sugar and nowhere near enough fat or protein. And if we scroll to the bottom here, we'll find the lowest inflammation items. For example, these eggs. And it says that eggs helped my nutrition goal because of the high fat content. And you can see here that it's 63% fat, which is good, for my chosen diet at least, and 38% protein, which is also pretty great. It also has really low sugar and carbs. The next button we'll talk about is at the very bottom on the bar. It's labeled Profile. This is where you can change information in your profile, like your preferred diet and information about you. These options include the sex, preferred diet, age, height, blood pressure, waist circumference, weight, triglycerides, fasting glucose, and A1C. You can also add a store that we haven't added to our database. And of course, you can also change your password and sign out. The other button on the bar is the comment section. Nothing is ever perfect, and we could use your help making the app even better. What you can do here is send us a message about something you want to comment about, or mention a bug or a glitch, or mention a new feature that might sound nice. Then you type it out and press submit. If you haven't checked out our website, make sure you do at MouthMint.com. And if you have any questions or concerns, leave it in the comments or email us at victor@mouthmint.com.